Hi, thanks for watching my video review of the NEYMAR Men's Sport Watch 40 millimeter automatic dive watch. This is a 1,000-meter water resistant dive watch that has a Swiss ETA 2824 automatic movement. I purchased this watch on Amazon about 6 months ago. One thing that I've really caught my eye was the blue dial. I think it's absolutely beautiful. This thing is built like a tank. I mean, it is really thick. I couldn't tell you exactly the specifications on it, but it is very thick and has a very good weight to it. I love the stainless steel construction and the polished edges. It's really just a nice watch in general. I like that it has a ceramic bezel, and the lume is actually pretty good on this. I haven't owned many dive watches, but this thing will glow for at least 3 to 4 hours in the dark. So I'll show you the lume real quick on it so you can see. This room is probably partially, I'd say about 50% light, I guess. Then we'll move into the bathroom here, and this is more dark. And actually, you can still see it pretty well. Moving into the closet, this is pitch black in here. And it's having trouble focusing, but it's actually still fairly bright. I can make it out pretty well from where I'm at. So anyway, those are the good things about the watch, and I really wanted to keep this watch for years and years to come and maybe pass it down to my children at some point, but I really just can't make that recommendation, unfortunately. The reasons being, firstly, is the time accuracy. When I first got this watch, I kept track of it every day, and my average was plus 12 seconds every day, which I guess for me is really not all that acceptable considering this is a $400 watch. I expected it to be better, especially with the Swiss movement. The strap that it comes with is a little on the cheap side, in my opinion. I only wore it for a few days before I replaced it. And as you can see, there's quite a few scratches on the links. Just doesn't hold up very well, and I don't think it would hold up well over time either, based on the few days that I wore it. So I replaced it with this rubber strap. The rubber strap is a lot more durable, and I guess it does more of what I want it to do, since I'm a pretty active guy. So there's that. The last thing, and the reason I'm really making this video, is this is also a review on the company NEYMAR. They tout themselves as like a premium watchmaker, and they've got all these nice watches that they sell on Amazon, but really they've got some quality control issues. And I'm going to show you what I mean. If you take a look at the right side of the glass, you can see it's slightly raised compared to the left side. Nothing huge, maybe like 0.5 millimeter to 1 millimeter here in difference, but if that little issue has happened either from the factory or just over the past 6 months that I've owned it, what's going to happen 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now? That's my concern. And I contacted the company on Amazon. The company and the seller is NEYMAR, so the manufacturer is actually who is selling these on Amazon. So I contacted them, hoping for some sort of resolution, because this thing comes with a 2-year international guarantee. That is what the paperwork specifies. Here's the problem that I had with NEYMAR when I emailed them. We sent no less than 30 emails back and forth. Actually, it was over 40 by the time he started sending me the return emails saying, you know, please send it to such and such an address so that we can get it repaired for you. Here's the issue that I had. There was a huge language barrier, which is most of the reason why we sent 40 emails back and forth to each other trying to get this figured out. They are a Chinese company, and it sounds like every one of their emails has been translated from Chinese to English, like one of those bad instruction manuals that you get from you know, any sort of furniture that you want to put together. It sounds exactly like that. Once we finally came to some sort of resolution, which I didn't quite understand anyway, they said it would be 30 to 45 days for the repair, and the only option they gave me was to send the watch back to China to have it repaired. And I even asked them why it couldn't be repaired here in the United States, and they didn't give me an answer. It was very frustrating. Eventually I contacted Amazon because I was just fed up with dealing with this seller. And even though it had been 6 months since I purchased the watch, I wanted to see if there were any options for them to contact the seller for me, or you know, anything that they could step in and help do, since Amazon is supposed to do all of the customer service for after sales service. So to my surprise, Amazon said you can return the watch, and this is a one-time exception, you know, because you're a valued customer, blah, 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 whatever they said. So anyway, the only catch was there's an $80 restocking fee on this guy. So it was a $400 watch. And I was only going to get, well, it was like $328 back after the taxes that I had paid, because it was almost $409 when I purchased it. So all but $80, was going to be returned. I contacted the seller and said, hey, Amazon said they will take the watch back except for $80. Would you be willing to refund me the $80 that would be the restocking fee, since we couldn't come to a good conclusion on how to get this watch repaired? And basically they said no. They said, well, would you, if you bought a Rolex, would you come back 6 months later? Or an expensive car, would you come back 6 months later and expect to get a brand new item? And just really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It's like they purposely, purposely sabotage their chances to make it right with me as a customer. And I really don't feel like a valued customer when it comes to NEYMAR. So do I recommend this watch? Absolutely not. And it's for two reasons. It would be for the quality control, because obviously the glass is not straight in there. Now, obviously there's no damage to this watch whatsoever on the bezel or on the sapphire glass. It's all pristine. The problem is they either miss this in quality control, or the glass has started to shift over time, which either way should be covered under their warranty, which they can't figure out a good way to execute. So that has been my review of the NEYMAR. And this is the watch that's going to replace it. It's a Seiko Patty, and it has an awesome dial on it. I really like that wave pattern it's got going there. But anyway, this isn't a video about the Seiko. It's about this NEYMAR, unfortunately. And it's going to be returned very soon. And I guess just let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you had any issues with NEYMAR? Thanks for watching. Goodbye.